Hmm.
So you're planning on playing a human brawler?
There's a good chance, yes.
All right. I don't remember if you were here for this, but you're not absolutely locked into what you started out playing. You can build more characters
Yeah.
later down the line. All right.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Okay. Come on, Sean.
Alright, I think I'm gonna do the Vishkanya because it has good bonuses for the rogue.
Vishyanka?
I don't know how it's pronounced. It's spelled Vishkanya.
That's the snake person.
Snick.
The alien snake person, kind of.
Alien.
It's weird.
Oh, that is Vishkanya.
I think they said something about alien in the appearance. Let me look.
Saying possessed of an alien
Oh,
beauty.
alien
doesn't mean they're
beauty.
alien, it just
Yeah.
means you look strange.
Yeah, you
Oh,
look
sorry,
weird.
I only read it once. I look weird and I got glowy gold eyes.
Yeah. In universe, their lore rather than anything, rather than what the page says is, basically I chose them because I couldn't find serpent person on here. They are the quote-unquote nobles of a civilization which is comprised of them and lizard folk. With Vishkanya being higher up and lizard folk being definitely lower down. A caste society.
Why are they to cast?
There was a horrible injury.
Those poor snakes. Printing.
Anyway. Gage, why aren't you using a digital character sheet?
Because I can read my handwriting. And I like having my physical copy right here so I don't have to go digging through my file folders to figure out what the fuck I'm looking at.
Eh.
Anyway, I'll be right back.
That is explicitly why Control F exists. Actually, does that work in Pathfinder?
I still find it hilarious that I found out
Yes.
last session that I had 18 points in perform for no apparent reason.
Why did you have that?
I don't know.
Nafid has 18 points in perform.
Had 18 points in perform. Since I never used it, Sean was gracious enough to let me put those points elsewhere.
Actually, can't you only have as many points as your level?
Yeah, but you can take 2 perform skills. And I never wrote any instruments down for those perform skills, I just poured points into them.
Okay then. So we have a sorcerer, a rogue, and a fighter, or a brawler. Which is...
I return. How many arrays are we rolling again? 4?
Black?
How many arrays are we rolling again? 4?
arrays?
Yes.
I'm blanking out. What the hell's an array again?
The thing you roll for your stats?
Oh, yeah. 4.
You usually roll like 4, yeah.
4d6?
No, I mean 4 different arrays.
Roll your stats. Are you saying roll your stats?
Yes.
Okay. 1? Yep, it's Sean.
It's been a long time since I've been this late.
Yeah.
Whose fault is that?
And what's your excuse?
Boy, isn't me being that not being that late for a long time a good thing?
Yes. What is your excuse for being that late this time?
nothing good. I mean, I put things in tabletop games.
Running through, basically, I'm doing my normal thing of, Lord of the race and class you're playing doesn't necessarily matter, and as long as you clear it with me, you can probably play damn near anything.
God, I'm leaning towards...
We have explicitly a cleric. No, we have no cleric. We have a sorcerer and a rogue, and probably a brawler.
Oh, so maybe I shouldn't play like a swashbuckler, but...
Oh, you totally could.
Gunslingers aren't allowed, and swashbucklers are explicitly guns.
You
Are
should
they?
play a
Yes.
paladin.
Huh.
Swashbuckler are explicitly a mixture between gunslinger and I think rogue.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And like if you really are dead set in having guns, I can lure them in, but
But are... Yeah, parent class is fighter and gunslinger.
yeah.
Which is weird, given the fact that...
So I have a question.
All right.
How legal would a monk trained in kung fu be if their race was Vishkanya?
Absolutely. There's no problems with that.
But snakes don't have.
Vishkanya are humanoid. They have legs.
What's the point of existing then?
What? Repeat that.
But...
Todd.
Yeah, what do you say, Todd?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Something about having legs.
Yeah. Vishkanya have legs.
Yeah, they look like people.
I mean,
They just have weird skin.
if you want, you
eyes.
can have a snake tail. It makes certain things difficult.
Well,
Looking at
mine's
the
definitely
bonuses
having
and what
legs.
you may be interested in, I'm going to send you this link. And now you have that link.
So, Xander,
Yes?
even though Gunslinger is a parent class of swashbucklers, you want to know what they don't have any proficiency in?
Firearms?
Any ranged weapons.
What the fuck? What?
That's
play-
the reason I misremember, because I've read this page before.
You need to play like a swashbuckling druid.
What the shit?
I think I know why it's Gunslinger's a parent class, though.
Why?
It's because they actually, you know the grit mechanic for Gunslingers?
Yeah?
The grit mechanic is basically, it's basically a swashbuckler is basically a melee fighter with the grit mechanic.
Okay. The grit mechanic is I played as a gunslinger. The grit mechanic is literally a shit like point blank shot, and it is literally built mostly around guns.
We're talking about
You-
gunslinger, right?
Swashbuckler, actually. Apparently, it shares the
Yeah,
grit.
just update point blank shot to point blank nut shot.
Yeah, basically.
So anyway, so we're starting at 5th level, we get another ability score adjustment because 4th level.
When you say ability score adjustment,
Another +2.
+2 to 1 or +1 to 2?
So we're just
Yes.
not going to have any healing in this party, are we?
What's healing?
But anyway,
Should I play a paladin instead?
but yeah, Xander, it's basically all of the grit mechanics, but instead of being applied to melee ranged combat, it's just applied to one-handed piercing weapons.
No. It's not melee ranged combat. That's one of them. There's also things like rapid reload, which allow you to just ignore, or be able to shoot a lot faster rather than taking a action to reload. You take a swift action to reload, which means you can fire twice, depending on your level.
Instead, swashbucklers do things like, get attacks of opportunity against enemy melee attacks.
All right. This is weird, but sure. I have no idea what this is a hybrid class.
You know what? I'm not going to play a brawler. I'm going to play a paladin.
Basically, what I can see why it's considered a hybrid class, and it's entirely because they literally just spent a lot of time adapting one of the major mechanics of gunslingers to a melee class. That's why it's fighter and gunslinger.
All right then. You can play a swashbuckler. We have no healing.
Tuesday.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I said maybe I should consider playing something else, especially since we already have, 2 melee people?
One. Well, yeah, we do have 2.
We would have maybe a brawler, so a direct melee, a rogue, so indirect melee, and a swashbuckler, which is somewhere in the middle.
This is...
I mean, gang squad form up, but...
Yeah, this is built to be more, combat heavy, and having a swashbuckler... You can play it.
Yeah, it's just mildly unbalanced party, which for dungeon crawling would be maybe.
Yeah. You're going to spend a lot of your money on healing.
Yeah,
Also,
no. I'm going to be playing a paladin instead.
Oh.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, you get to build your order then.
I get to build my own order? Oh boy.
Lore-wise, at least, you're a member of an order. If you want, you can just be part of the lore order I have. Questions for your paladinic order. Are you ancestral or spirit-based?
Spirit.
Okay. Damn it.
Easy.
Anyway, I just need to figure out how to do this, because swashbucklers are charisma-based melee characters.
Sean, damn it, you're the face again!
But paladins are also charisma-based melee characters.
Yes.
It's not like we need a face for dungeon crawling.
Good point.
Thanks, Tom.
Also, to be entirely honest, we'll see. Swashbucklers being swashbucklers, I could totally see just being that that person that is definitely charismatic, but as far as actual conversation goes, is completely useless.
All right. So, Gage is a spirit worshiper. You want to choose one of the set groups of spirit worship, or do you want to build your own?
That depends what kind of spirits are available, and what am I limited to with spirits.
You're not there's no actual limit to spirits. Just any outsider group are considered spirits. Some of them will get you... Well, nobody likes them because they're absolute monsters, so I recommend not playing as them. But, for example, there's elementalism, which is just the 3 primary and 3 secondary elements. You worship elementals, effectively. Volcarism, which is more of a philosophical stance on worship. You worship the
Lame.
4... What?
Lame.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. Or you can just build whatever.
Do worshipping any of these spirits give me bonuses?
Not really.
Cool.
Can you worship the concept of worship?
No.
What about the number 2?
Any actual questions?
Okay. To be entirely honest, just because he said the number 2, I thought of actual numerology, but
Oh shit, that is a thing. People are fucking stupid.
Can I worship the god of
I
atheism?
don't know. It's actually one of the more interesting sets of faith.
Wait,
Can I worship the god of atheism?
there are no gods.
But my
Exactly, he
rock.
believes in the god of atheism. It's a rock.
But my adamantine plated rock.
There are no
We fought
deities.
so hard to throw. We fought so hard to throw that through the Starstone portal.
Cool. That doesn't exist in universe. There are no deities.
Well, what the hell? I paid good money for that rock. I paid like 20 gold.
Cool. Wrong universe.
Honestly, I'm not sure if there would be a universe where deities okay, there's definitely universes where deities don't exist. I don't see a universe where deities aren't believed in.
A universe with obvious alternatives?
Yeah, that doesn't really change much. I mean, even Shinto has kami, although they're not nearly on the same level as traditional deities.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Can we worship a spirit who insists that there are no gods, but everyone is of the opinion that they're a god?
There are no gods. John. Todd. Why do I keep
I think-
mixing
Yeah.
you two up?
There's a god.
I think
I'm
you
just saying.
completely misunderstood that.
No, I understand what he said, but they'd still be worshipped as a spirit. Rather than individual
But
spirits
everyone thinks they're a god.
in you. Okay. I'm really not understanding why you guys have such a hang up on this one.
Honestly, because the nature of humans. Regardless of whether something is a god or not, humans will find objects of worship. It's unfortunately something that history has shown repeatedly.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That is why spirit worship and ancestor worship exist. They're not worshipping. They
Because
don't believe...
gods are the ultimate end to the mine's bigger than yours debate.
I mean, in that circumstance, it's realistically just a difference in how the person names and portrays what they believe in.
Basically.
That's the reason I made the argument about why I made the comments about kami and Shinto, because kami and Shinto are basically spirits.
But they're treated
That
as
you got-
gods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you pay them in order so they don't kill you. It's fantastic.
Okay. That is explicitly how spirits work in universe. Is basically
Yeah, so
how
this
common-
really is just a Shinto universe.
with ancestor worship thrown in. So
So
This is basically just a Shinto universe.
So it's Japan. Got it. Todd playing a Kitsune makes so much more sense now.
all right.
Anyway, I'm going to be worshipping the spirit of Earth.
Okay.
Also, by the way, Xander, I'm really not being sarcastic there. That is basically Shinto.
Huh. I
So anyway,
did not know that. I was actually
And the
basing
Yeah.
a lot of the religious iconography off of Buddhism.
which is considered, like, Shinto is kind of considered proxy to Buddhism anyway.
Oh, really? Huh. All right then. Shows what I know.
After all, before Christianity showed up, the two primary religions in Japan were Buddhism and Shinto.
All right.
I'm just kind of amused by this. And honestly, even then, when Christianity showed up in Japan, a really weird version of Christianity showed up in Japan, so...
So how does ancestor worship play into that? Is that actually a part of Shinto too?
To some degree, yeah.
Huh.
It doesn't play in quite as heavily as you've implied it does in your universe, but
In universe, ancestor worship is one of the two major religions and the only one with an actual orthodoxy.
because I mean, ancestor worship does play a pretty big, or not. The thing is, I don't think ancestor worship plays much of a role in Shinto, but respecting the ancestors does play a big part in Shinto.
Out and out worshipped in universe.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other questions? So, Gage, you're an elementalist order with the focus on Earth?
Yes, because Tamamo is best girl.
Okay.
Not even gonna touch that one.
I don't think she's Earth-based.
My guy,
Yeah, she is.
Tamamo, the heavenly knight of Earth.
Oh.
I'm so disappointed in you.
I think I might have a different Tamamo in my end.
Yeah, there's only like 700. No need to
Yeah.
be.
I was thinking MGQ.
That's the one I'm talking about.
God.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oops.
Xander, you're fired.
Forgot title.
Oh, well then. Huh. Any other questions?
Are you gonna be like this all day?
Maybe.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see what I'm doing here.
So, we have a paladin, a sorcerer, a rogue, and... Sean, you're playing a swashbuckler, you said?
If we actually have a paladin who can do some healing, yeah, I think I will.
Alright.
By the way, I know I always have to ask this, but what are the book restrictions this time, other than exceptions made?
Explicitly ask. Just...
Oh.
I have been convinced to allow things that I normally wouldn't. You know, I am flexible in my world building. Other than kobolds, which I have an explicit thing for none of that shit.
Which flavor kobold?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah, kobolds in universe are based off of what I know kobolds as.
Well, that's mostly what I meant by what flavor of them is like. I actually have an image for kobolds too, and I'm just wondering what the in-universe version of them is.
D&D 2nd edition.
Can you give a basic description?
They're like goblins, but they work together.
Huh.
D&D 2nd edition... hold on. I'll find it. They are the first enemy I ever fought in D&D. My dad ran a single thing of D&D when I was like 8, and they were the only enemies I actually ever fought. But hold on, that's well, Todd's getting it first. It is going in player chat, I guess, because apparently that's the place I put things now. That
Sorry.
That is what I have always thought of as a kobold.
Yeah, I always ask because kobolds, even throughout actual mythological history, have been portrayed very differently.
Yeah. Basically, the way they work in universe is they are the technical inverse of goblins. Goblins are evil and chaotic. You can literally get a bunch of goblins to start killing each other by throwing something sufficiently shiny in the middle of them. Kobolds, you cannot do that. Kobolds will work together till the End. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that picture looks like a pug on legs.
Basically what it is. Kobolds are fucking ugly.
Now, just because you were wrong enough to play second edition, ever, doesn't mean you have to punish an entire race for the rest of your DMing.
I mean, I'll be entirely honest. That is a pretty valid version of kobolds.
But it's in second edition.
I mean, I'm racist against ghouls, so
Why are you racist against schools?
too many unpleasant experiences in both Pathfinder, D&D, and Shadowrun, for that matter.
Alright then.
Yeah, Shadowrun ghouls are fucking terrifying.
I don't doubt it.
Aren't they, like, friggin' hard to kill?
Yes. They're also very high lethality.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, in a high lethality system, something that's actually hard to kill is,
Yeah, no, if you run into a ghoul or two and you're not packing an assault cannon, get the fuck out.
Alright then.
Including if you're packing a stun ball?
Yes.
Okay.
But legitimately, that version of Kobold is what I've always thought of when I've heard Kobold.
Well, change that.
I prefer
Yeah,
this
but-
version of Kobold.
But it's wrong.
No.
It's a retarded goblin.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I think kobold, I think World of Warcraft kobolds.
I'll be honest, I think of something completely different than even that, so, you
Oh.
know.
So what are you thinking of?
The mutation of kobold that managed to find its way is standard into Japanese fiction.
Oh, the dog-faced ones? The dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, this is a lot closer than that, as in the kobolds of the universe, that's not quite how they look. They are far more dog-like.
I mean, it makes sense with their pack mentality.
Yeah.
But also, and then apparently standard Pathfinder kobolds are reptilian, actually.
Yeah, most kobolds, it seems that third edition is when kobolds started becoming reptilian, and then that trend just never stopped. Like, I understand tiny lizardmen. Thing is, I think we had those back then, and they just didn't get continued.
I mean, the origin of kobolds is actually a type of fairy.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always go based off of MGE kobolds.
Oh dear.
Yeah, fuck that. Nope. Ugh.
Somehow I don't even actually remember that page.
The
I don't
furries.
know why. Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the ones
The
we don't
Xander.
like because they're furry.
MGE Hellhound, yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely yes.
Okay. Huh?
Okay, I need to stop getting distracted and actually.
You know, like
Properly
if this
do
actually
character.
gets like popular, we're going to have so many people looking up MGE because of this.
Good. Expose more people to our religion.
I don't even know what it is.
You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, just
I mean,
look
if
it
you
up.
really want to worry about it, but you probably shouldn't.
Holy shit, why is this so much more complicated than Fiendish Bond? I didn't realize I'd be reading a fucking pamphlet when I looked at this ability.